Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we got another project. A neighbor down the road brought me this square baler here. It's a John Deere 328 square baler. I don't know anything about them, but he somehow twisted this PTO shaft up pretty bad. Yes, that's not really supposed to look like that, so he needs me to get him back operational. So we're gonna be working on that and getting this. We could probably use these old parts that he brought, but I don't know. I don't like the way they look. They come off of another baler he had, so I got another shaft in here. We're gonna use the yokes off them, same size. So we're going to use these. This is one goes to his out there where it hooks to the tractor. So we're going to use this. I got this one. Had a yard sale. Of course, it did have universal joints and everything in it, but I took them out. On this, see if we can't get it figured out for him. Well, first off, we're going to try to figure out how this clutch comes off. I think, I don't know for sure, but it's got a roll pin in it. I'm kind of thinking I can drive that roll pin out and it'll come out. Maybe. What I'm thinking anyway. Alright, roll pins out. That's one thing. I'd actually have the proper tool for doing a roll pin punch. But that's the biggest one I have for whatever size pin that is. That's the biggest punch I have. Now we'll pull that clutch off. I thought we'd pull that clutch off. Come on. Well, the inside's going. I don't know if we want to do that or not. I want the whole thing to come off there together. Yeah, that's fine. That ain't nothing to put back together. So, well, now we got that apart, we can go further with it. I noticed when I was taking it apart, this universal joint's locked up. It might have been what caused this problem. Like, it won't move at all. So we'll take our keepers out of there and knock this universal out. I think I got another one, a new one. I gotta look and see. Alright. We got this whole box of, they're all brand new universal joints. I'm hoping I got one that is the right size. It looks like it could be up there. Yeah, I think that is it. So we can press that one out. Go ahead and get us a new one in there, because that one is locked up. There we go. I got her started now. Now we can actually move it. Just a little bit. Don't want to tear that. Keep it up. Now I can't hang on to nothing. So that universal link won't come out, so I'm going to resort to another way. There we go. There we go. All right, we're gonna get this figured out this morning. That's a pretty good measurement of it. So it needs to be exactly 10, 13/16. Measure both sides just to be sure. Yep, 10, 13/16. Well, I think I've got to change the plan here. I'm worried if I cut this end off, I won't be able to get it welded back on there square. What I did notice, it's the same size tubing as this. So if I can just cut this, I don't know what you call this, but if I can just cut this out of there, cut this weld, that should slide out of there. Then I can slide it back into this. Or press it in there, it may be a press fit, I don't know. But I think that's what I'm gonna do, because this is gonna be a lot easier to get square than the yoke is. So we're gonna go that route, I think. I forgot to hit record, but we got this cut out right on the edge like we wanted. Or this may be turned down some, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I guess I could measure it and see. So yeah, 2-inch diameter there. Yeah, 1 and 13/16 there. So yeah, this end's turned down a little bit to slide up in there. So we got to cut this weld out now. And I wish I had my lathe going, it'd be so much easier with it. Alright, so we got us a cut all the way around. We're gonna try to get us a chisel and knock part of that off. Now we can take that. First we gotta grind some more of that old weld down. But that should slide right into this. Well, they'll have to get pressed in there. This one will go here. That's what this one slides into. One way or another. Probably gonna have to bevel it a little bit. That goes in there. I cut this one off. There, so this is the original front end to it. It goes to this twisted one. This is also twisted. So I don't think we can cut this off square. So I think we're going to take this one off here. So I know we can cut it off square and we can weld this one on this one. And this end of it will be good to go. Other than putting the new universal and the yoke on here. And then we still got to finish that end. But I really need my lathe working so I can turn that down a little bit. So we're going to go in there and cut this one off, and then this one we can go ahead and get this end finished up, be done with it. Then all we got to worry about is the other end. So we'll go probably what we'll try to do is cut that weld, and then we can press that out. That way, make sure it stays good and square. Because I can't cut that weld with my saw, it'll mess the blade up. But I can cut it with an angle grinder, and then we can go back and press it out. Alright, we got our end cut off. Alright, so this one we can go ahead and put it back together. So this is the tractor end. Of course I done got the universal started in there. I forgot to hit record, but we got in one end. Yeah, we got to put this end on. I went on there everything at one time. Alright. Got that side in. I'm going to put our snap ring in. Put that one in there. I really don't know if I got to press down far enough. Maybe I'll press it a little further. Get in there. There it goes. Yeah, we got to press it just a little bit further. Go in. Yep, that went in. All right, we're good there. Like that, this end's done. Throw a little grease to it. I did get my lathe kind of working. It's not right, but we got this turned down to fit inside that, so we'll just leave this little gap there and weld that up real good. And then we have to weld this end on. And then we got to take that universal out because this piece is all twisted up. So we're going to take all this out. And then this one, we'll replace it. We'll get this cleaned up, get the paint knocked off, the rust knocked off, and we'll weld that. Just like that. Still having issues getting this out, so we're going to swap to an alternative method of removing the universal. Sick of messing with it, I ain't got time to keep fooling with it, so we're just going to cut the ends off of it. Now, knock this out. Now all we're left with, we gotta get these welded up, these two. This one. And then we can get it all put back together and send it on down the road. Now we'll get all this cleaned up so we can get it welded. Welder just, I don't think it's the welder, it's the wire. The wire, the cheapest stuff I could buy on eBay at the time, and it has all kind of trouble. Just tack a few places and then we'll weld it up. About as good as it gets in this shop. pretty much done. Now we'll just get all these put back together with our parts over there. And this job, well, I gotta put it back in the baler. It'll be done after that. Grease in that one. And it has one end done. I'm gonna have to run. I didn't have enough universals, so I'm gonna have to run and get one more. Go here in the morning. So yeah, I got just this one left, universal. That's what goes to the baler, the other end, to the tractor. So I'll go try to locate one of those in the morning and we'll have this job finished and out of here. We got us another U-joint. I didn't put it in that side. We gotta hone this side out a little bit. It's a little tight. Sandpaper on the rod there. Worked pretty good. It's crazy how much these, I didn't even, it's been so long since I bought universals, I didn't know how much they was. That thing was $50 at Tractor Supply. I was like, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I was not expecting it at all. All right. Let's see about getting this thing back together. These things have to be flipped. Yep, the way they are right now. Is it right? Yeah, that's right. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is, right there. Golly. Can't see. Well, the ring goes on there. We'll drive that roll pin back in. Looks like that. Just like that. Wish I could see the other side of it. Oh yeah, it looks good. That looks good. Now we gotta put the whole shaft back in there. It's probably gonna be a fun job. It's heavy. I'll pull this end out. That'll save us a little bit. Put this end together as we're going in with it. Get her bolts back in there. And there she is. Done. Of course the covers are missing, but they was missing. I only had pieces of them when I got it, so he says he wasn't worried about covers. I ain't either. Either way, that job's done. If y'all hung with this long, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you hadn't already, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future content. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.